That was a really good one, Doug.
Hey, I can say things about you too.
I'm sure you will.
Ready.
Yeah, he wrote 3 of them for me. First time you meet him, you marry him, you may not understand him.
Great. He writes like he talks.
Yeah, he does. Second time you hear him, oh, it's here. Hear him, me is nerminus. Third time you hank him.
How about the Cliff Notes?
Him, me, he is an asshole. Where love the Macedonian Laughlin Machine.
Yeah.
I think the last word was Meshuggah.
Wow. Wow. I honestly did my best to read that. I really have no idea what you're saying on this.
Appreciate the introduction. I guess I need to reveal it to myself. First time you hear me, you cannot understand me. Second time you hear me, you think I'm hilarious. Third time you hear me, you think I'm an asshole. That was the introduction. It's not that funny, but it's cute. So you're probably wondering where I'm from, right? Macedonia, anybody heard about that place? Nobody? I don't give a shit, I'll talk about it anyway.
You keep looking at the ground, look at us, only. You're looking at the ground, look at us.
It's a place where you can kill somebody and not go in jail. You can go to hell, but not in jail. Everywhere you go in there, it's all dirt roads, which it will matter if anybody had a car. Yeah. Having a donkey there is like having a Ferrari. And people have seen BMW only on a picture. Yeah. There's about 7 cell phones in the whole country. So dialing the wrong number, it's impossible. And it's weird because, you know, internet is still dial-up, okay? So it's, I don't know, it's weird because Macedonian people and Americans still use internet for the same thing. You're probably guessing, right? Porn. Yeah. It's porn, yeah. Porn. Porn. Porn.
You're saying poor.
Porn. Anyway. You know, it's interesting. The first bank just opened this year. It's called Under the Mattress Financials. People like to save money, I guess. Women there have a lot of pubic hair.
Wait, deal with that. He's laughing. Talk to him personally. Talk to him about it. Talk to him.
So if you're lucky, you may get a girl with a lot of like armpit hair. Seriously. They used to have mustache too. Anyway, I'm an atheist. I said that one right? Atheist. Yeah, I think everybody should be an atheist. That's how everybody should start. You know, I don't know, I mean, you can do any sin you want and you're not going, you know, to heaven. I'm sorry, you're not going to hell. But you're not going to heaven either. Yeah. Well, you die, you get dressed up, and you have nowhere to go. And also, it's like, in terms of time, I think it's not that efficient, you know. I don't know, all this praying and going to church and all that time, it's very time-consuming, you know. I think it would be better if you just sit home and jerk off. Why are you all laughing? Seriously. I don't want to offend anybody in the audience, but listen, Jesus is not that good looking. Okay? He's not. I mean, as he's saying on the cross, I actually look at his picture. I mean, those abs, have you seen those abs? How you got those abs? He's probably preaching and doing crunches in the same time. Why are you laughing? This guy Buddha, he needs to lose 200 pounds. religion. We'll talk religion.
Talk to the people in the back. Talk right to them.
Yeah, Mormons. You know, I did, you know what? Where do I sign up? Seriously, 20 wives? I like that. I was gonna make fun about Jewish people, but my manager told me if I want to break into Hollywood, I should skip that joke. So moving along, Confucianism, the Chinese philosopher. Who needs a religion about Confucian? See? The other thing that really bothers me is Arnold. Because I love Arnold, and I used to be his fan. But what he did with this May thing, man, I couldn't sleep trying to figure out what he did. Like, what he did. It's probably like she goes in his room, and he's like, "Get down!" She's like, "Mr. Arnold, Mr. Arnold, why you do this? You're so beautiful." Mr. Arnold, what do you want me to do? Get down! Mr. Arnold, I don't think that's a good idea. Oh my God, what is this so big? What is this? That's my chopper! Everybody down into the chopper! Mr. Arnold, you leaving? Where are you going? To save California! Stay. Hasta la vista, baby. Mr. Arnold, you were so good. I want to see you again. I'll be back.
Good, have a seat. There you go.
I'll be back.
Not if we can get security.
I'm not so sure that impressions are your strong suit. Now, with that said, you have to commit to it even more.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you're kind of exaggerating it. You really got, if you know, because it's not, quote unquote, a particularly good impression, but it's a recognizable impression, right? So you have to do, you have to go much, you have to really exaggerate it, because it's not a particularly good impression, right? So let's make it, take it further.
Well, I was thinking this, the thing, that's to be the punchline, not the words. Everybody knows the words.
I know, but I just want you to do that more. Let it keep going and stuff, because you're right, it is the punchline.
That's the punchline, then not the words, I'll be back. Everybody knows that.
Right.
I'll be back. That's the funny to me. That's the punchline.
BMW, you said if you have a BMW over there, just make BMW mean something than Bavarian Motor Works. It's, you know, it's a brown mother with child, you know, something. There's something you can find that's Macedonian like our belief about it. Dial-up, and they're doing porn. I remember porn when I had dial-up. It slowly brings in the picture until it gets to the tits and it freezes. Don't you guys, do you guys, no? What, it just used to go down, just so you go, yeah, it froze. And it disappeared. Dial-up was just, you know, really
Kind
tough.
of like being married.
Arnold should say to her, I want you to go south of the border. All right.
No, I actually took real lines that are
No,
very
yeah, but I'm
famous.
saying if he says, you know, I want you to go south of the border.
South of the border.
Go down south of the border. It's a good line
Says it
for you.
really.
And Dennis.
That last part's like looking at a brown can. It's amazing. You said that when you have a donkey, in Macedonia, having a donkey is like having a Ferrari and a hot wife. And I'm thinking the dial-up is old-fashioned, so when you do the dial-up, it's. When Christ on the cross, his abs, I know how he got them. It's because when he's up there, he was flexing.
Dennis, no idea.
Don't,
Too
don't,
soon?
Dennis, don't ever do that again.
Never sit down. Anything else?
I'm now nauseous.
And more.
Torian, Robert, Paul, Jared.
I would love it if you talked about the difference between American porn and Macedonian porn.
There's no difference, man.
Yeah, in fantasy world.
No.
Because let me give an example of that. You know, and here it's like a man on woman, woman on woman, a threesome, 2 men and a woman threesome, 2 women and a man threesome. You know, they've got categories, lesbians. You follow? What are the categories in Macedonia? You know, man and donkey. You know,
Donkey on
sheep on sheep.
Camel.
Keep on, Torian.
I would definitely like to see or find out what you would do if you went to a certain religion's idea or perception of heaven or hell. And then lastly, I would love if the Mexican maid was more stereotypical. So when Arnold's trying to get her to do whatever, she's like, oh no, oh no. Or however, and I would also like if you put Hasta La Vista, baby, and I'll be back together. More of like a climaxing, but wait, there's more.
Climaxing?
You know, Hasta La Vista, and then I'll be back. Yeah, you know, however you do.
Yeah, it's campaign speeches.
Yeah.
Robert.
When you said the only time we see a BMW is on like a picture, I was thinking about BMW stands for us like broke, moneyless, and worthless, or broke, moneyless, and welfare, something like that. So now you can attack that on as a kind of a tag.
Cool. Paul.
Macedonia, it's like the Wild West, but with brown people and donkeys. And then we were talking about how few numbers there are. Is this, insert funny Macedonian name? No, I'm number 3, he's number 8. Happens all the time, though. This is just so few. That's not good.
No, that's
Jim.
My only suggestion, Luke, is I will agree with some of the stuff, is abs, because of your accent, abs didn't come out right away, at least to me. So maybe you do some gestures, some physical stuff to point to the abs.
That's cool.
Yeah, because we want to make sure your dialect should be there. We just want to make sure it's never in the way of communication. You know, like porn, you have a porn, you drop the in,
Yeah,
so it sounds like poor to us. You have to really hit that in. Porn.
Yeah, I did it. He's right. He's taller because like a week ago on open mic, I hit it abs as ass. So people with ass, so I went abs, so everybody started laughing. But it's gotta be very sensitive.
Yeah, you know. Jared had his hand up earlier.
The abs thing, before I give it, does anybody know the new infomercial with the thing that you just strap on and it like beats the shit out of your stomach and just makes abs for you?
Yeah.
Okay, there's something on TV that's like being blasted all over the channels and stuff. Maybe look it up. I don't know the name of it, sorry, but maybe you could say, because you said he was doing crunches. This thing avoids doing crunches, so maybe you could say, you know, I know he had the ab belt, you know, whatever. And the porno thing, I gave you the suggestion before. I thought it was funny, just like they were saying. America is man on man, this on that. And Macedonian just looks like 2 shag rugs fucking.
Albert Dennis.
I still say that you need a terrorist joke in there somewhere.
By the way, boom.
That's really gonna tie your whole set together. I really like
That's
it.
how to set at the end.
Well, or just say,
I can come out right now. I can get up right now and do 2 minutes. Right now, improv. Right now, there. No big deal.
it's up to you. Dennis, for the showcase, up to you.
I'm very attractive by Macedonian standards. Back home, I'm a hot chick.
Nice, yeah.
Give him a round of applause! Good stuff. Looking good.
Job,